Hey, welcome back to the Passive Buddies podcast. And today we are doing things truthfully and honestly and full of transparency, like we do on every podcast.
I was gonna say.
But we're talking about how building your personal brand by being honest, vulnerable, and transparent allows you to be a catalyst in affiliate marketing just by being authentic. So obviously I threw Brandon off with the hook, which hopefully works, and hopefully you guys will understand that we are quite honest. Looking at some of the video testimonials we've got coming through lately, I think that is definitely, we do things honestly, we're transparent, we're authentic, and we tell you how it is to make sure you build a solid affiliate marketing business. And today we are talking about that personal brand aspect. Hey, buddy.
So it's funny because I was talking to someone. I forget who it was. I have to look. I think it was a guy from a different country. It was hard to pronounce his name. I think it's Cedric, maybe. But
Oh, yeah.
yeah. So he was on the affiliate 5 day just the other day, and he missed the fifth day. He's talking to me about it, and he's like, "Man, if Ashley can do this from her couch, then I can do this too." And I'm like, "Yeah, I mean, I don't see why not." He was like, "Yeah, I mean, just the way she talks about how she's helped her family and was about to be, I think, kicked out of her living situation,
Yeah, she was about to be
and
evicted.
and what she was able to essentially change that whole situation around, and by going through our affiliate program. And so now she's been an inspiration by it's funny because through our transparency, our just how much value we give to people, she was able to change her life, which then she told her story to someone, which inspired someone else, and that just creates that ripple effect. So I think it's super cool that the by us giving so much value to people and them changing their lives, that they're able to also be transparent and share their stories with people and show that it's possible and that you can actually do it. And it's like Cedric, like he was like, if she can do it, I definitely can too. Which, not that he's saying that he's better or worse than her, but saying that like it was just so inspirational that he is obviously in a better situation currently than she started out in. But if she overcame that, then there's no reason why he can't do the same. And I think that's super motivating and super powerful. So, and it's just through sharing, just actually sharing her story on her feed, which I think is great.
And I think obviously, like when you look at it, it's by being authentic and being who you are and letting people know who you are, like really does have a massive effect because it creates that relatability, doesn't it, in your personal brand. So, for instance, like we've got like Ashley's success story. Obviously, she was about to be evicted, no job, and then went on and she cleared, I think, all of the bills. She managed to get rid of all of the bills
Yeah.
through the Cashflow community. She managed to, now she's making recurring income each month, and she's got her family back to a stable position. Then
Yeah.
we've got other people. So we've got people who are literally on the brink of disaster coming through it and succeeding. And that personal brand, that message relates to a lot of people. Then we've got people, like another obstacle for people not coming and doing stuff like this is, oh, I've got a 9 to 5, I've got a long ass 9 to 5, I've got like the pressure and like, oh, I'm dead busy in work and I'm dead tired. And then we've got people like Ryan who shares his story. And Ryan is like, I think he retires from teaching in about 2 years or something. So it's stupid to leave, even if he made $50,000 a month, because his pension's going to be obviously quite
Right.
cushy. So it's stupid for him to leave, but he wants additional income. So now he's a like he does the whole teaching thing, and teaching is tiring. Like when I was doing the 5 day affiliate challenge, I was only coaching for an hour and I was shattered the rest of the day. Imagine having to do that all day with kids. Like, so he's
Yeah.
tired. He's done a full day. He's probably got marking afterwards, and yet he's still making over $1,000 a month recurring. Like, so it's by sharing that story, people can go, oh well, if Ryan can be in a 9 to 5, then have to take work home with him and make X amount a month recurring. Ashley's obviously come from brink of disaster. Like we're not telling you these stories as obviously they are great little testimonials and great success stories, but we're telling you that like by sharing your story and who you are and what you do, like then allows other people to go, well, I can relate to that, so I can do it. Just like Cedric's wording was like, if Ashley can do it, I can do it. And it's not like, oh, I'm better than her or he's better than me or anything like that. It's literally just that relatability factor by being authentic that allows you to connect with your audience. Like I connect with dads so much, and dads are like, oh, I don't know how you do it. You've got like 4 kids incoming, and obviously you've got like, this podcast, this YouTube channel, and like it's like, oh my God, how do you find the time? And everyone's been asking me, how do I find the time for years? And it's just a question I've never really been able to answer apart from organization. And commitment. Oh my God, the commitment. But it's that relatability. So when dads are like, oh, I've got 2 kids, well, Brian's been able to do it with 3. Right, okay, we can do this. Having that personal brand removes objections for people who can relate to you, which then makes it easier to bring people into your world.
Yeah, and I think that you said it exactly right. Like if you are able to connect with someone on another front besides just making money, but you said with dads and with, you know, if you're able to connect with, like I mostly work, if you look at most of my audience, it's men. When I was a fitness trainer, I realized that most of my clients were men. And so I've only mostly focused on talking to men because I'm more relatable with a man than a woman. And I think that if you're able to find those similarities and you can put that in your offer and put that in your storytelling, you can connect on other points and I think we talked about this in one of our sales podcasts, but you're trying to make as much similarities as possible with other people. The more similarities you can have with someone, the more they're going to be like, I'm just like that person. Why don't I have what they have? And I'm just missing this one thing, which is the cash flow community or whatever that is for them at that point. And so if you can relate that by just showing that you're just a normal person with everyday struggles, but you have this one secret weapon, which is the cash flow community, then you're able to really not even make it a sales thing. It's more of like they need this because it's the only thing that they're missing in their life. And so, and we'll probably link the video down below or something, but about how I do sales online. But I think that's a great thing to do in your stories and being transparent is try and relate as much. Try and show as much of your personality and who you are as a person, because it allows you to relate on multiple factors. That's why I don't know if it was this episode or a previous episode where we're talking about, I think it was a previous episode about talking about my dogs and how I have a beautiful little puppy right here who's walking around the corner and gonna eat stuff. But I show my dog because there are a lot of people that are dog people, and they'll comment on it and they'll be like, "Oh, cute puppy." But one that says, "Oh, he's a dog person," so I mean, he must be an amazing person. But 2, it also says that it relates to them because they're like, "Oh, I have a dog too." Like that's just another touch point for them, and so I can. They comment on my stuff, which increases my engagement. But then I also have talking points to them to bring up conversations. So the more talking points you can bring up and the more things you can be transparent about, the more you can relate and slide in people's DMs and all that fun stuff without being and feeling salesy, because you're connecting to other people on multiple touch points.
Yeah, and as you say, like having those, and that's by being just, as you say, like the authentic, showing your personality, like, and being vulnerable sometimes. Like you're allowed to put yourself out there and show people that you're not perfect, because if you show this perfect lifestyle, like the the old famous Instagram lifestyle. It's like, oh yeah, I've got the really nice car and I've got the really nice holidays and like all of these different things. And basically, you rented the car for the day and you took a million pictures in a million different locations. You went on holiday, took another million pictures, so at least you've got a post a day for the next like 365
Right.
days. Like people can't relate to that. Like, or when I post a Facebook Live or a Facebook story when I'm like, just drop the kids off. Man, they were brats. Oh my god, I could have threw one through a windscreen. I could have put one in front of the car and ran him over. Like, just, right now, I've got to calm down and go back to creating some more content and providing some value. But these kids really pissed me off today. Like, that is more relatable because, like, yeah, I had that problem. The amount of times you see it on the schoolyard and people are like, bad morning. Yep. And it's just that instant connection that increases that know, like, and trust, which then increases your chances of success and sales. Like, trying to find those common grounds and you find it through content. Like, it's so much easier to do it through content than it is through, for instance, if you've just got them on a sales call and now you're trying to find common ground, it's going to be a lot harder. It's probably a little bit too late. Whereas if you are doing it through your content, you're finding that common ground, you're finding that relatability. People are understanding and connecting with you on all sorts of levels. By the time it gets to that whole guiding into that sales conversation, you're already 10 times ahead of what the average person is.
Yeah. And I think that is, a great way to, one, it allows you, I think that it gives you more ammunition too, right? Like the more you can connect with someone, the more you can have when, like you're saying on a sales call, you can have those things to not tear someone down, but tear down their walls. Where like that they like to go on vacation or whatever. You can be like, hey, yeah, I mean, you were on this vacation the other day, like with your family. Wouldn't it be nice to do that every single day? I know you only, you said it's been nice to go this one vacation you haven't been in 5 years, but what if you could go like every month, like we go with blah, 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 blah. So like having that knowledge and understanding your audience and doing a little bit of research and being transparent. Obviously, you being transparent and then obviously doing your own research are kind of two different things on your audience. But yeah, I think that if you're able to just be transparent, show people what you're all about, and really open up to people, allows people to open up with you, and they're able to share more details about them, which then allows you to then be able to jump on a sales call and make easier sales.
I think you nailed that. You literally rounded that up perfectly. Like, I don't need to do anything, mate. You took my job away. Guys, thank you so much for tuning into today's episode. Hope you found some relatability. Hope you found a golden nugget in here. If you have, please like, comment, subscribe, let us know. Really helps. And if you want to learn more tips like this, 100% come and watch and join the 5-day affiliate Kickstarter challenge. There's one coming up very, very soon. So go ahead and click the link in the description or the comments, and we will see you on the next one.
Peace.